Yes. Sup, gang? Welcome to AGA 304, week 12. That sounds right.
Yeah, I think, or 13. I'm not too sure. I think the folder I had in was labeled as 12. I'm not even too sure.
So on
Oh, thank
our
you.
website, no, yeah, it's week 13. Yeah, week 12 just ended. Okay, so I should have changed this to, oh, done. Okay, so I do have a little lecture up here. It's just going over like the normal stuff before we dive into people's projects and look at stuff. Oh, I see some people in chat. Oh, cool. Where's my brain? Oh, I found it. Okay, so the homework this week, it's going to be the normal thing. The 3 to 5 tasks. We're closing in on the end. And for that reason, I thought that I'd give a heads up about the final project due date, because these have just basically been homeworks worth 10 points or whatever. The final project, I do intend to squidge the math when that final project gets delivered to make that worth about 30% of the grade, I think was the number. I can check the syllabus to verify. So I have to look at all the previous homework submissions, add them up. It's like 120 points, and then all the labs, which I think is like 22 points, and then figure out, okay, what percentage is that versus what percentage is needed to make 30 remaining percent for the 100%. We'll sort it out then. I have to look at the numbers. But it's the same type of thing this week. 3 to 5 tasks, get it done, keep grooving. Always know you can meet with me. I can help you with any problems you encounter. I am a resource, and I'm here for you. So I expect at the end of this week, I expect an almost complete gameplay loop. So like I want to be able to click through the menus and then play an experience, maybe get some points, see if there's a life meter, then see the life meter go down, see a game over screen, if I die, see a success screen, if I succeed. So in like Curing Rush's version of a success screen would be, oh, I see the healing screen. That's my success. If I die, then I get the restart button or whatever. So it's not necessarily a literal screen that says you have succeeded. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I want the full loop of this is how you imagine the experience. Oh, when you succeed, you go to the healing fairy screen, or when you beat the monkey in the dance off, do you get like a 3-star score? It doesn't have to be fully functional, just has to be there, and then we can put in the functionality. But I want to see the full loop. I want to see everything. I want to be able to click through and be like, okay, cool. That's how the whole thing works. I see Devin is popping in. Okay. Devin, you're Cloverleaf, right? I think Devin is Cloverleaf. So I explained what I was expecting this week, and somebody from Cloverleaf can re-explain it just so I don't have to. Basically, Devin, all I was saying is I am closing in on this homework. I've uploaded the homework online. You can check it out. I have some expectations this week. I want to see an almost complete gameplay loop. I think that the documentation should basically be done. And I was thinking about the final project, but that'll be in a couple slides for what the final project is, because COVID, I love pandemics. Cool. And as always, if you feel like you're behind, that's game development. Don't go crazy. It's fine. We'll deal with it. But I just have to know that you're behind. I can't find out the day of the project due date that you're behind. I can't help in that situation. But if it's before that, like 48 hours before that, I can definitely help. And I'm sure that everybody here can attest that, when a problem is encountered, I pop in, we bang it out, and then it rocks, right? So it rocks as much as an incompetent professor can make something rock. So yeah, cool. I'm just making sure I'm not missing any students, participants. No, I'm not. Okay, cool. Okay, so the lab, same deal. This week I have a main lab where I show how to get to a game over state. So like, after 30 seconds, I think in this one I make, after 30 seconds, a game ends, a level, and that level progresses to a result screen scene. I don't do all the tie togethers of like, like there's a score and all that type of thing. I can do that next week. But I thought I'm trying to make them like 30-minute, 40-minute labs so that it's not like those hour and 2-hour labs from the first few weeks, because I know there's probably a lot. So if you want to try this one, it shows you how to make a gameplay loop where something ends in 30 seconds. And then after 30 seconds, you get a screen that loads in from a different scene, and you can then retry or go back to the main menu. Cool. Alternatives like usual. Any tutorials from previous weeks that you're interested in, but you did something else that week, feel free. Unity tutorials from the Unity Learn site, all good stuff. Feel free to take any of them. Those are all good. I see a lot of people reference Brackeys. Brackeys is fine. I don't agree with how he does things sometimes, but you can do them. It's fine. We're all different. We all think in different ways. Additional work on your final project is also fine, like 2 to 3 items, or unless I wrote something different. I wrote 3 to 5 items here, that's fine. Make sure I enabled the text submission. Whatever you do, make sure that in the lab, if you did something for your project, you write down the 3 things you did for the lab here. Because if you do something for the lab and something for your homework, I expect like 6 to 9 items or 6 to 10 items overall, 3 to 5 of which are for the lab and 3 to 5 of which are for the homework. Like I'm not just saying, just say that you did your lab, your homework for your lab. I want to see both. So I've enabled text submissions for both, just so I can get a feel for like the velocity of everybody. What else? I think that's it for the labs, unless anybody has any questions so far before I go into the final project slide. Oh, and by the way, everybody post your weekly stand-ups in the stand-up thread, just so I don't miss it. So I can follow up on if there's any red blocks. Okay, yeah, Devin, I'll help you out with that when I'm looking at people's projects today. Okay, so if there are no questions, let me just double check I didn't miss anything. Okay, I didn't miss anything. Okay, the final project submission, what do I expect? It's probably going to be May 13th. From what I understand, between May 13th and like the 21st, y'all have like a critique phase, and I don't want you worrying about my class during the critique thing. So yeah, so don't do, so the project is going to be due on the 13th, which is 2 weeks from now. Yeah, 2 weeks from now. Maybe the 14th. Maybe I'll do it. Yeah, 14th, Friday. I'll make it due Friday, 9 a.m. like usual. And the things I expect in that final project submission, which will be worth 30% of your grade. So don't miss that one. Don't miss that one. That's a bad one to miss. Because the other ones are just 10 points here and there. Okay, we're 30% of your grade. A zip of your Unity project, just like usual. Just take the assets folder and the library folder, well, not the library folder, but the assets, the project settings, all those folders, zip them together, hook me up with them. Would be nice. If you want to do a research spike, this can count as a task for one of your labs, your homeworks. about how to release a test version of your app for iOS or Android, totally down for you to do that. I'm equipped. I got both devices. I'd be down to play, so that you can see what it's like. I know that most of you have been testing through the remote Unity thing, which is fine too. I could have spent a lot of this course to talk about how to release something on the App Store, but I feel like it is difficult when everyone has um, lack of access to devices during a pandemic, lack of access to resources from the school because of the pandemic. So I'm like, I don't know how to say, go pay $100 for an Apple developer account, then pay $3,000 for a better Apple machine for your iOS device, um, and then figure out on your own how to do like all the research, all the, they call them search keys, all the search keys and stuff to get your app on the store. Like I can give a brief overview of that. Maybe I will next week of like, oh, this is how the release cycle works. But as it stands, I feel like the release process for a mobile device for you guys is going to be a little bit crazy for me to call it a requirement, because I don't know all of your situations, and I shouldn't expect that upon you, right? I think the other version of this class works differently. So if you want to chat with them about how to do that stuff, if you're interested in providing me this would be nice part of the package, then I invite you to chat with them or chat with me directly, and I can provide assistance or find resources online that will give you like video tutorials on how to do it. Any of those three options, all good. I don't want to push it on you, but it would be nice to be able to play the game in its native format. That'd be cool. Okay. I also like a video of yourself playing the experience. It could be on the PC, like you're recording that little part of the screen, or recording the Unity remote on your device. Either is fine. I just want to see a 30-second video, because then you can use that video for the critique or whatever it is you need it for, right? But also it's good for me because I can see this is how you expect the experience to be. So if I download the Unity project and it doesn't look the same, then I have a basis of comparison. So you don't instantly lose your entire credit for whatever. I can see, oh, the game is clearly playable on their side. There's something wrong on my side. Let me reach out to them and talk. That's why I want the 30-second recording, so that I know what my baseline expectations should be when I open the app and see how it's looking. Okay. Finalized game design document. Always feel free to turn this into me at any time and I can give you my thoughts on it. I've already done so, I believe, I think for Savannah, Melissa, and I think I received the Cloverleaf one, right? Yeah, and Jill. I believe I reviewed all of those ones multiple times. So you always feel free to turn those in and I can give you my opinion. And for funsies, because you'll have all this content basically ready, just needs to be formatted. I want to see your product page content. So this is kind of like when you release your application, there is a series of things that are needed in order for your application to be accepted. One of those things, which I actually forgot all about, was the icon. Y'all got to make some game icons, little squares. So I expect an app name. I expect an app icon. I believe they have, I can probably click around to find out what the specific, I think it's a 32 by 32 or 64 by 64 icon. I'd have to check it out. Subtitles, some preview images of your application. One of them could be that 30-second recording that you made. And then there's other like screenshots, boom, boom, boom. A description which can be lifted partially or cut down from your game design document. I'd have to double check the differences between promotional text and description, but feel free to read through. I don't think you need keywords for my particular thing, but if you want to, you can include some keywords. You're not going to have in-app purchases. If you want to make some fake reviews, I'll probably get a kick out of that. Because remember, part of the experiment, part of your game design document was thinking of users who would be interested in your application. So like, what's your competition? What do those people like? If you wanna make some fake reviews from how you imagine your audience would play it and think, totally fine. I'd get a kick out of it. You can like make it Photoshop it to look like this. I'd get a kick. It's not gonna, it's like +1 point. It's not gonna be major, but you know, something that's fun. Extra credit, fake reviews. You're all going to be in the game categories and you're all going to be in English. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's kind of an example of a release package that I'd like to see. Game screenshots, maybe some fake reviews of how you imagine your audience. The critics rave. It's a game. Yeah, so that is that for the final project submission. Do I have any questions? Things I very well could have forgot something.
What if we are unable to get you a recording of the game? Then what? I know I've like tried to do the remote thing before, like early in the semester, and I didn't really get it to work out. I can try again with like the video that you said all the time ago, so I can get like to work. But
taking a recording on your device or like on PC?
On my device, I'm having a hard time. Well, it's been a while since I checked, but getting to work on my device, I'm not too sure.
Sure.
But like, is there a way to record the policy? There's a way, but like for screen recording, what do you recommend to like record the game?
Yeah, so there's an application called OBS. All the pro streamers use it.
Oh.
And OBS, like literally all you do is you say like, I want to add, let's not see it. It can't come in this week, your laptop won't do it. Oh, right. Melissa's laptop, her charger died. Okay. Yeah, so I'm showing the screen, right? You see the.
Yes. Yeah, I see.
Okay. Shrey. So you have your experience here. I'm actually already recording with my camera, so normally my camera would appear down here, but since I'm using it for Zoom, it's already occupied. You can say, okay, I want to record my display, boom, and then now I'm recording my display, boom, and then you just hit start recording. You go in your settings, you can make sure like, oh, for my output, I want it to be in MP4, I want it to be high quality, done, boom, boom, boom. And you just specify which folder you want it to go to, I believe as well. But you can just record like this. If you only want to record a section of your screen, there's a window capture you can use, or you can go into the display capture and go into the filters, and I can add a cropper pad. From the left, 500 pixels, from the right, 600 pixels. And you can crop it like that if you want to as well, so that you're not showing your whole screen.
All right, and this is a free application I can download?
Say again?
Is this free to download?
Oh yeah, OBS stands for Open Broadcast Software. Anybody can.
Oh.
I use it all the time. This is what I use for my lecture recordings. This has been a hugely useful application, not only when I was a pro streamer, but also because it's just useful. I want to record my screen, done. When I was in college, they only had an application called Fraps, and it was like $600, and it sucked at recording, and it didn't record to a video, it recorded to like a series of images. So you'd have like thousands and thousands of images that you then had to splice together in the end. So yeah, this is much better.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You can move it around or whatever, and you can add text if you want, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, open broadcast software, totally free, totally recommended.
Awesome, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. And OBS Boom. Okay. So, did everyone post their stand-ups? If you have not, start posting your stand-ups. Meanwhile, I'm going to get some coffee, and then I'm going to start downloading everybody's projects, and I'm going to open them up. Yeah. So take 5. We'll be back at 9:30, and then we'll be ready to rock. While we're doing that, let me just pop over to week, oh gosh, week 12, right? Week 12 is everybody's homework. That sounds right. Boom. And I will download what groups are here. Let me open up the participants. I hate when I open up participants, I only see like half the participants and then I have to, okay. We've got, I believe, Angels is not on GitHub, right? Y'all work through here. Which one should I download? Oh, Angel, usually submit the art. Yeah, and this is going to be the project. Yeah. I'll download both. Why not?
Yeah, I submitted the new flow chart this time, so you can take a look and tell me if I did it right.
Nice. F. Let me see what else. Who else? I think the cat game. They're usually not here. Are they here? No, they're not here, so I won't download that one. Is anybody else is exclusively on Moodle that I should download, or are the rest on GitHub? I think everything else is on GitHub. Yeah. Oh, the other thing I can do. Remember when I said I was going to get some coffee? Man, I missed that day. Stashing. Remember when I said meet back at 9:30? It might be like 9:35. But give me a minute. That's when I get caught up before I get my coffee. Oh, come on. It's working on it. I hear some Discord posts. Oh, what's all that? Do I have the project open? Oh, whoops. Wait, no, that's not the project. What's all that? That was weird. Okay, so we got Curing Wretch. I'm caught up on Monkey. Oh, close. Discard. Pull. History. I was looking at what your last timestamp was 8 hours ago. You were putting stuff in at 1:30 a.m. Young lady. Okay, group 1. Shame. Cool. Monkey See, Curing Rush, group 1. Did I forget any on GitHub? I don't think I did. Okay. Now I'm getting coffee. 3:35 or 9:35. 3:35. Come back in like 6 hours. I'll see you. Okay, no, actually, I'll be right back. Just grab some coffee, and I'll see you soon. You might even hear my coffee as I hit the grinder. while that guy's given the coffee, I will open these projects. Reminder to scroll through, I think it was session planning, and take that survey if you haven't already, because I am presenting to be the board. I don't know what you would call it. The school, like the department. I'm presenting to the department to show like my findings of like, this is how I taught remotely and this is how it turned out over time. Like these are how the people, you know, became accustomed or did not become accustomed to the class style. And these are things that we can do that work, and these are things that don't work, that kind of stuff. So if you want to take that survey, I'd greatly appreciate it if you haven't already. I think I already have 10 participants who have taken it out of the 15 or so. So let's go to Unity. Did I open one? I think I did. Group 1, Curing Rush. And Monkey See. Oh, what was that? Sure. Do I have any other groups here? I opened up Monkey See. Oh, I didn't open Cloverleaf. I think I downloaded Cloverleaf. Boom. And one thing I should have done, I should have really pushed using a very specific version of Unity, because I noticed it has been a mess of like going, okay, which everybody's like on a different, every group is on a different version. I should have been a good boy and said like, okay, everybody download 2020 point whatever, and that's one everybody will be using. It's all good though. It's all good. All right, the coffee's probably ready. For those of you in the area that missed the Ren Fair in Philadelphia, well, outside of Philadelphia, it's what city is it in Pennsylvania? Lancaster.
Yeah, it's like by Amish country.
Yeah, I've got my Lancaster Ren Fair mug.
Oh, cool.
Work like a captain, drink like a pirate.
Oh. I know when I go to Ren Fairs. I'm not sure it's the same one, but I know it's in Pennsylvania. I don't know if you know what drabbits are. They're like the little carved out dragon puppet things. You like they're on like a pole thing, and you slide it down like your shirt, and you can like twist it so their head moves and not. Yeah, I get one every time I go. They're
like, popular there. We got like giant feather wings for my wife that you like stick on the back and then like
oh sweet.
I have like a swashbuckler costume.
Ooh.
And we get like nice leather books there, like notebooks that have like leather bound padding around them. It's nice. But yeah, there's only one notable Ren Fair in Pennsylvania, and it's like the best one in the country in my opinion. I've lived throughout the country, and I can tell you, one in California, the actors are better, but the location is worse. But they are really good at acting the roles. The Maryland one, it's okay. The Maryland one is run by like actual professional jousters. They have like a history of jousting in their area. So like the jousting matches are kind of better, but everything else I think is peaked by good ones in the Pacific Northwest. The I'm like, was the Washington? I don't remember the Washington one. I've been to the Washington one. I don't remember it though. So that might have meant that it wasn't that great. But it wasn't that bad because I don't remember it. So I didn't go like, oh, this is the worst place I've been.
Wouldn't the Cali one just be like super hot since like if it's in Southern California, it's just like dry heat?
But you're living in pure heat all the time in California. So I lived in Cali for 5 years. Honestly, it's hotter here in Virginia. It's temperature-wise, it's cooler, but the humidity just makes it torture.
That's what my brother said, because my brother lived in Oceanside for a couple of years on Pendleton.
Oh, yeah?
And he was talking about that he hates the humidity. He was thinking about moving to Florida, and then he realized how much he hated humidity, and he's like, we're just gonna move out to Cali. Like,
yeah, it's crazy. I have friends who live in Cali, and it's impossible for me to imagine like heat without humidity. If it doesn't feel like, if I don't walk outside and feel like
imagine everything's on fire. My brother had like forest fires on his base, and like they were like taking photos of it.
Humidity is the fire away.
My friend was very close to having to evacuate one wildfire season. But yeah, if it's not hot out and you don't go outside and you feel like an anvil is hitting your head, is it really hot?
Yeah, that's why I want to go over to Cali just to feel the heat difference.
I don't know if you want to hear. I don't know if you want to feel. I mean, I guess go to one of the conventions there. If you want to do anything related to animation or games, you're gonna go to a convention there. So when they open up again, yeah, go to GDC is the good game one. The other ones are kind of crappy.
What's the other one?
You have like E3. You have there's like an indie game expo. You have all those ones. Like GDC is one where like you could actually try to get a job. So that's they always have like convention floors where everybody's doing interviews like really fast on the first floor, and you just get connections and a bunch of cards.
I'm gonna attend GDC online this year because it's like $200, I think, is like the cheapest like ticket. So I'm just getting that one to do all the panels.
I really enjoyed GDC when I was there. It was fun. I presented my school game there, Stompster the Monster. That was a lot of fun. That was one of my fondest school memories was working on Stompster. Anyway, Washington, yeah. I actually drove up to Washington from LA once. That was a 20-hour drive. To go to the eclipse in like 2018, or it was 2018, right? It was the big eclipse. We drove up to Madras, Oregon for Solar Fest, where we like camped out and watched the eclipse. And then my uncle built a log cabin in Washington, like right over the river. So we drove up there and hung out in Washington a few days. So Washington's beautiful. Love it.
Yeah, I visited my cousins live in Seattle. My grandmother lives in Victoria, right by Victoria on the Vancouver Island. And last time I went, there was a gigantic heat wave. It was crazy because it was like 80, which I'm used to, but everyone around me wasn't. So my cousins did not have AC, so it was very interesting.
I didn't really realize the difference between fans and AC until I was like 20. I had a fan in my apartment. I'm like, why am I still so hot? And then I realized, wait, AC is a thing. And we never really had AC at my house or anything because guess we didn't have it. But then, because we had a house from like 1920, so everything was just kind of old school there. Anyway, so I've got a project open. I have a few projects open. By the way, Lexi, in case you noticed that one of your animations wasn't playing, I just noticed that take damage thing I spelled wrong is like Tade damage or something.
Oh, it
Um,
happens.
oh God, dormitories are the worst for like stuffy, no airflow, especially Drexel.
Yeah,
Drexel had something
starting in the summer is an experience. It makes you tough.
It builds you,
Bill's character.
forges you. Oh wait, I can do that. It forges you in the dark. Okay. Builds character. Who wants to go first? Emoji. First emoji goes first. Doesn't count Kendall because I think her emoji came first. Oh, I see a party hat. Lexi. All right. We're already in hers, I think. Boom. All right, so I'm gonna play through it. I'm just gonna say my thoughts, give my piece. So it should be known, class. I will say I did come in and I helped a few times for this particular project. And so if things look like they have like a lot of functionality, yours could too. Just set up that meeting. Okay, cool. Start menu. Is that the beginning start menu?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I will hit play. And I apologize if there's like feedback loop of audio because my speaker is over here. I don't know if you can hear the music, but I'm grooving. And then I did my test of like, what's it look like on different phones? Okay, that's looking good. How about, oh, monkeys. Okay, how about this one? I already know this one's kind of looking weird. Which I wouldn't have expected because that looks correct, but maybe it's when you go up in size, it gets weirder. It's all good. Okay. How about iPads? For some reason, I'm playing it on my iPad today, looking good. And it's got the fallback background for if it goes off screen. Cool, but I'll go back to the normal. Boom. Obviously, when you record yourself playing it, record it in the best view that works for you. I thought that was a student for a second when I said like do something and then I heard okay. All right. So you've got a nice looking character select screen. I like the font. The font's really good choice for the theme. Good flow. Minor critiques. I don't know, something about the animation of these. This feels good. That one feels okay. They all kind of feel like they're on hinges or something, right? If that's what you want to go for it.
Yeah, like when I was building the thing, I know it was like Lavender. She was kind of like swinging pretty hard there. I was just like,
yeah. So I'm like, maybe there's something else. Maybe there's something else we could do there. I'm not an artist. I can only go like, oh, I feel like you could have a little more like maybe translation, that type of thing. I don't know, but they all feel hingy. They all feel like they're on hinges and they're like animating. It's good that they're all animating differently. They're not all like synced up. But yeah, just something to think about.
Okay.
Okay. Do we think these guys should move up and down? I don't know. But this works. This is a perfectly good screen. I like it. And yeah, let's go. Boom. So now we're on the character selection screen. We got some nice little so I feel like Ah, I know what's missing. Were these characters faded out before they're available or no?
We haven't been able to do that yet, so they've
Okay,
always
I was like, I forget if I did it, but since it's saving to my player settings, I wasn't sure if it was just loading that they're all available.
no, not yet. So basically, we still gotta do the whole level lock thing.
Okay, suggestion. Doesn't have to be functional, but just show the concept. Little stars in the cloud, like 2 stars, 3 stars, to show your rank. I don't know. Would these have rank? I feel like something could go in the clouds.
Probably.
I don't know. If somebody has an idea, feel free to let her know. It's like I'm thinking about
You could use leaves
something.
as the stars. Make leaves because they're supposed to be trees.
Yeah, maybe like, yeah, something like that, and maybe like something else going on in the background to be cute. Little goat going across the plane.
Oh, that'd be cute.
Yeah, some just things to think about, or like a little cart that goes from here to here and loops.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking like the other scenes felt more gamey. This one, like, I don't have a back button, but I know this is really the back button. Maybe it's the brown. See that brown there? Maybe we should work that brown into this somehow so that the player knows that this is a clickable thing.
Okay.
Like, how does the player know these are clickable? I don't know. This is something to think about now that we have the final product and like, oh, we're looking at it. And we can switch our character there, cool. And now she should be different, noise. Okay. Noise. Oh, level names, yeah, maybe level names.
Yeah, I know something I still want to do is
like every once in a while you see like a little speech bubble pop up and like text animate like, I'm this character, whoop. I'm this character, whoop.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so I'll click on a level, boom. And I selected her, so we're using her, nice. And if I get hit here, oof. She played her hurt animation. I see that the, uh-oh, don't die. Okay. Come on. I do see that I can pause it up there if I wanted. I believe the pause is functional, but I'm so far in the level now that I don't want to pause. He's so sad. Uh-oh. I mean, I could technically cheat and just go all the way up. Cool. Yeah, okay. I think some things that I need to work with you still are making different levels have different backgrounds, right?
Well, I know you showed us how the level master works and how we can just change the layout. So I was probably gonna go in like either like, probably sometime this week and see what I can
I'm
do
not
with that.
saying like, oh, why isn't it in? I'm just saying
Oh
like
yeah, I know.
that's something that we need to work on, right?
Yeah, I was gonna see
Yeah.
like I was gonna start cutting out the obstacles like for like level 1 so we can like change it up. Cause I tried before, but then like I kind of did like the wrong thing. So like I gotta like redo it.
Thank you for your help, noble name. Okay, some maybe the finish line. Add some sprite art that's like a vertical bar or whatever you want to represent the finish line. Maybe in the text bubble at the end, which he says like thanks for your help, and you hit next. Maybe that little next button I just YOLO'd and added like a little chevron. No, maybe you can make a custom sprite for the next button.
Okay.
That's all good. This is super close. And I'm very happy with it, right? This is looking good. What else could I expect from, 10 weeks in a student class where people are, having 3 other classes they're worried about? This is looking real good. Yeah? Y'all should be happy with this.
Well, thank
Be
you.
happy.
I'm definitely happy for sure.
Yeah. So I think this is going to be a great little presentation. The only things I'd say is like the gameplay, you could polish the gameplay a lot.
Yeah.
What are things that could be polished? I know the movement isn't what you wanted. We'd have to sit down and crack that out. I feel like there could be like either the speed isn't quite right or there's something else that could be happening that the player has to do, maybe collect nodes or something to get a better gameplay loop. Like, you need to collect 4. Maybe you could add little health collectibles so that if you lose some health, you can get it back.
Oh yeah, I have some of those. I have like the asset for that in there. So
Yeah, so that's something we could think about, but I'd put those as higher priority than some of the other polished things I mentioned, just to give you more to do when you're floating through.
Yeah.
Little things like that. Those are my biggest complaints is like, you need a full-time programmer in your team. I'm not going to mark off for none of you being programmers. Yeah, it's looking good though. I'm really enjoying it. We can talk about the collectibles. I do have a brief tutorial about collectibles somewhere up the line, or where we can sit down and I can just say, this is how I make a collectible. It'd be basically exactly like the enemy, except when it hits you, you don't get hurt. You get a thing, and that thing just depends on what the collectible is. Cool. That's JPad for View, my Let's Play.
Awesome.
Do you have any questions or concerns or
About like the gameplay stuff or like roadblock related? Because I'm not too sure. Because I had like a roadblock on kind of last night. I was trying to like do a thing, but I'm not sure if like you want to hear something different or not.
Are you asking if I meant roadblocks, or are you saying?
Yeah, I'm asking if you mean roadblocks like right now.
I mean anything on your mind. It could be a roadblock, could be something else. And I'll write a note that I should help you.
Oh, I know my weekly stand-up, like last night what I was doing is I finished the art for like another tree. And I was trying to make her cutscene, which initially what I did was I just duplicated like the first cutscene. So like for level 2, try to make level 1, but just replace the assets, the sprite stuff, etc. And it was going okay at first, but I encountered a problem where like the animation just switches back to the level 2 tree, even though I made the animation stuff from scratch.
Okay, so I have latest. That would be an end cutscenes 2, level 2.
Try 1.
1. So I should be able.
Oh, I think I still got to delete those. It's the wrong one. Go back to scenes. Try heal scenes. Yeah, there we go.
She's great. Okay, so I'm gonna hit play, and what happens? Let's find out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I did some investigating, and I noticed like is affected by the animator, and like I think it's the entry thing, but like
yeah. So let's go to that animator. Is it in Canvas Mabel image? Does she have an animator on her? She does. Wistine, is that her name?
No, it's named of the other tree, but like I made her separate animation stuff, but it's not going through because like the animator, I'm pretty sure it's affected by entry level, but I can't have both. I'm not sure if I have to put a conditional thing or something like that.
So where are the animations? Is there an animation on the there's not, okay. And there's this, okay. So Mabel image, I'd imagine you could get away with just having one animator because it's just scaling it, right?
Yeah, so I didn't know why it didn't do.
So I assume this is going to be the same issue that we hit once before with, okay, so we have Wistine. So let's look at this. I click on Mabel. It's when she transitions to Wistine Idle.
Yeah, I can't even remember what I did last night, but I was trying to fiddle so hard with that, and
I'll watch it again.
Yeah.
Wistine Shadow. Oh, come on. Good, and then weird. Okay, so as a blend. So Wistine Idle, let's click on this animation. Open it up, and I would expect you're keyframing the sprite. That's the problem. So you're saying the sprite is here. So you're not only
okay.
Yeah, that's typical. Don't worry about it. Gone. Now it should work.
You were a wizard.
Cool. And let's just verify it works in the other scene too. Console, air project, scenes, boom, level 1. Let's just see if I didn't break this. That was a level 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and I see you use the chat system, right?
Yeah.
How's that working for you? Did that seem good?
So far it seems pretty okay. I still gotta like write their dialogue. I really
Yeah,
haven't
boom.
had the time.
They just added the image and made it work.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Okay,
Thank you.
cool. I'll push that minor change. I somehow finished my coffee already. Okay. Boom. Curing rush. Just push the animator and this. There you go.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I was so worried last night. Like, oh my God, I brought
Remember, just go to bed and it'll be fine.
I did at like 4:30 a.m. It's okay. It's all
Also,
good.
it's a tage damage. I changed it to take damage. That might be.
That happens.
All right. Any other? So I guess this week we'll talk about for curing rush. We'll talk about collectibles to increase health.
Yeah.
We'll talk about making the character not like push the environment around. We'll talk about the character not like going backwards.
Yeah, that was later just off screen, so it was just like fly while blind.
Yeah, and honestly, those are the only like big tasks. The rest are just visuals, polishing stuff. I think you're in a good spot.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Really
No
appreciate
problem. Great job, Curing Rush team.
it. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so now who do I rip apart? Who wants to go next? First emoji goes. I saw a heart. Shaw. Oh wait, I think I already have it downloaded. Don't I?
Yeah, I think so.
I thought I had it open. Am I not seeing it? Am I blind?
I know it was one of the first ones you downloaded. I don't know if you opened it though.
There's one. There's two. Oh, there it is. Okay. Interesting. It doesn't. Okay. Scenes.
Yeah, start on the start screen. All the menus are linked together now.
Hey.
Go
What
anywhere.
I like to hear.
Do anything.
That's pretty sugoi.
So you're probably gonna have to switch it from free aspect though.
All right. I'm just gonna give my thoughts as I go through. Oh, what aspect are we playing in?
And portrait.
Portrait, which would be 9:16.
Yeah.
Okay. Initial feedback. You know, this isn't like, oh, I'm gonna mark you off this week or anything. This is just like, oh, I'm playing the game. I'm giving you my thoughts. some custom art for these starting options. Even a custom font would be cute too, but yeah, just giving us some nice looking stuff here to look at. Because everything else is super cute. So it's like these are obviously not a part of the world. I need my ludodiegesis. Okay, boom. Okay, so we've got everything flowing here. I think we have these working. So like when I play a level, it goes through. Do we have
Yes, the
mock-ups
heart
for
system
these yet?
works.
Do we have mock-ups for the like these? I click on this and what do I see?
I'm not sure if we're still doing crafting or not.
Oh, okay, cool. If you're not doing crafting,
Get out
don't
of
make them
being a
clickable.
button. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of changed the plan, so we're not doing crafting anymore because it was too much. We're just like checking how many of the ingredients you've unlocked, and then when you click on the table, it takes you to a menu where you can see that. But I haven't done that art yet. But I can do quick sketches, and
Sure.
you know, it's just
The
an
other
extra
idea
screen.
is if you save just to a file. I think we already do player press elsewhere, like which levels you've completed. Then you could just have different like textures because you already have 3 little plaques here. You could just have like things appear there, like just you have a sprite map, like all the
Oh, right.
go there, and you can make it cute, like piles up as you go through the levels.
I can do that. Yeah.
Just like, oh God, okay, this is a deep cut, but math, treasure math. Is this the one I'm thinking of? Yes. Okay, this is probably too old for y'all, right? But okay, so in Treasure Math Storm, there's a trophy room where as you play it, this isn't my treasure math. Get out of here. Where's my treasure math? Maybe it wasn't called trophies. There's a room where as you play the game, you can like get more items, or like as you play the game, you can. There's this room. There's actually this room, the abandoned. Where'd that go? This room, when you went to the right. Oh, prizes. Okay, prizes. Oh, we're talking now. Now we're talking. What? Treasure map, game, prizes. Are there that many things called treasure math that like when I search the words treasure math? Oh, treasure hunt, treasure math storm. Oh, I think it's called treasure math storm. Maybe that's the problem. Yeah. Okay. Boom. Yours, what reminded me of it was in your game, you have 2 shells that look exactly like, these. So I was like, oh, maybe just as you play the levels, each time you get a level, there's a sprite and it just appears if you've beaten that level before. And it could go all over the place. I think it'd be real cute. Anyway, that's an idea. Totally cool if you don't want to do it. If you don't want to do it, make going upstairs more inviting. Something about this icon doesn't make me like know what it is or where I'm going. I get that it's an arrow saying go upstairs. Maybe like having a stairwell somewhere. Like maybe if this isn't going to be really a thing anymore, maybe there's like a stairwell, so I know like, oh, I can go upstairs. I don't know. So these are just thoughts. I'm like, why don't I want to click this button? I'm not sure. How do I know that I can go to my bedroom and like customize my character? Because that's super cute. Oh, by the way, we worked on this, everybody. All non-Cloverleafers, check this out. So you can like change color. Is she changing color? Yeah, change colors. And like change eye colors. Freaking dope. And do you save this to a file so that if I go back and then like return to the menu later? Just want to check. She retains it. And it probably retains it here just because it's opening and closing the menu. But something to think about is like saving this so that if I close the game and open it again, I'm not super concerned about it. But if you close the game and open it again, it'd be nice if when I went back to my character, she had the same colors. I do know how to do that perfectly fine. And I'm happy to walk you through it. It's easy to do, probably takes under 20 minutes.
That would be great.
In fact, I'll do the hair right now. That'll be our session. Because everything else I think is looking good. Actually, well, let me play through first. So I assume that would mean that this button would go away or something.
Yeah, also I don't know why that screen is like transparent. That should have been
Oh, I just
opaque.
noticed
have
this.
no
Oh,
clue.
whoops.
Yeah. I don't know why it looks like that.
It was probably set up at one point to open up a screen, and the screen maybe it had. That's funny. I don't know. There might be something white and transparent on top. Well, actually, no, you can see the image below it. Okay, there's something going on there. Something going on. Who knows? Okay, so boom. Oh, okay, so I can hit that. Oh, okay, cool. That's fine. I do expect these to, if you're going to keep them, to be real screens. Totally fine that they're placeholder, but I want to see them as screens by next week, probably, even if they're not functional. But if you have them like planned in your head, like, oh, this is a part of our experience, just make sure that they're here so that I can appreciate what they are. Cool. Okay, let's go to the map. We need to get the screens from here, I assume, into here, which is fine. I'm gonna pop in to the first level. Boom.
I had an issue with trying to link the home button back to the main level. I don't know if it was just last night, my brain wasn't like thinking right or what, but
we're missing a reference to the game selection panel. So let's pop over to that scene. Matching. Real? Matching. So let's go over here. Boom. Yep, it doesn't have a reference. Let's pop in and give it that reference, which is game success panel is this one. Boom. I'll turn it off since you don't need it until the game's over. Save. And then, so what were you messing with that you were having trouble with?
The when you click the home button, it's supposed to load you back into like the Cloverleaf Real menu. I don't know why, if it was just like my mind last night, but I couldn't it wouldn't work.
Yeah, let me get to a game over scenario to watch that. Oh wait, that didn't exist before, right? You added that. So let's look at the setup. So that would be on the success panel, right?
Yeah.
Or I mean, really, success.
Well, yeah, it'd be on like either one of them.
Noise and not noise. Okay. We got the FG panel. FG panel has a button node. Button node has home and retry. Is that it's a horizontal layout group. Look at you. Got home. We got retry. Home doesn't do anything when it's clicked. Retry doesn't do anything when it's clicked. But let's go back to the prefab level because you might have done it up here. Boom, boom, boom. Home. Oh, change tells it to change scene to back to real. That looks like it should work.
It wasn't when I clicked it.
Retry won't work, but this one, scene change, is that attached to this object? Where is this scene change? Oh, it's on the top level. Okay. So let me go to the override. Let's revert that. Let's do this in the prefab. Boom. I'm gonna do this a bit differently. I'm gonna give ourselves a method in here. Do we have a game manager? I don't think we do. Actually, do we? Yeah, we do have a game manager. Okay. I'm gonna pop this open too while I'm at it. So game manager, does he know stuff? Oh, he doesn't really know stuff. He's a dumb boy. Okay. So here's our play panel. I'll make some methods, public void on, what's the name of the button? Oh, home button pressed. Boom. I'm not a fan of like adding that scene change thing, the script, only because then like anybody can have that and it seems gross because like then anybody anywhere can be changing scenes around. You're like, what's changing the scene? I don't know. And then you have to like find where it's getting called. I like having things kind of central. Totally a taste thing. Like it's not wrong to do it the other way. But I'm just basically putting some of the scene management code in here on home button pressed, scene manager dot load scene. I can either do an integer or the name of the scene. I believe it's going to be scene number 1. Let's just find out. Build settings. That's scene number 1, noise. And now I can go back to my level. I can go to back to that home button. I can say, boom, boom, play panel. I also have a theory about why it wasn't working for you. What you had technically should have worked. I have a theory about why that was not happening the way we thought. Play panel on home button press. The reason I think it wasn't working was because we were getting that red error. And sometimes those red errors interrupt all future stuff from working properly.
Okay.
So even though your code was right, not having the success panel slid into its slot might have messed something up.
All right.
Just a theory. Just a theory, Captain. So let's go to my game success screen. I'll turn it off. Press play. Now I have to win the game. Oh, we probably have to communicate somewhere what the goals are, because we do know what they are. We have the scene controller knows what the target IDs are. So we could have something somewhere that tells the user, what are you trying to get? Well, what are the goals? Might even be like a little thing you can click here, like a little down arrow, and it pops up and it like, so this is what you're going for, and you hit the down, it goes back down. Or it's somewhere else and you manage the top screen a little better. You know, like any of those are fine. Okay, thanks for letting me know, Sarah. That's all good. It's all good. Cool. Just not that. Okay, cool. So let me try to win. Oh, 9 is twig, and what was the other one? 7 is pebbles. I chose some interesting win scenarios here. I'm gonna cheat. I'm a dirty cheater. Okay, so two comma 0, 3 comma 3. I'm a dirty cheater. Are these pebbles? These ones here?
Yep.
Okay, so 2 comma 3 and 5 comma 3. 2 comma 3, 5 comma 3. God, I'm a dirty cheater. Okay. What? 3 comma, oh, whoop. Okay. 2 comma 3, 5 comma 3. Nice. home. Oh, ooh, okay. It's interesting. So that tells me we're missing an event controller. Oh yeah, we're missing an event controller. Okay, don't worry about it. This is the way that Unity works, the way that it knows to listen for clicks and taps and all that is because you have a UI system and there is an event controller that listens for the taps and then maps them to the screen to figure out if you've hit one of those UI buttons. So the way you get them back, I could create an empty object and try to like set it up. But usually when you create a canvas, boom, it'll automatically create that event system. And then I can just delete the canvas. And now you've got an event system back. If you want to be more safe about it, maybe put it inside the prefab and then hit apply so that, you know, whenever this prefab's in the scene, you'll always have an event system. So let's try that again. 2,0 or 2, I guess if I'm using internal logic, 2,1 and 2,3 and 3,1 and 2,1, 2,2. Okay. Two, 1, 2,3. Comparing 9 to 9. Yeah, nice. 3,1 and 2,2. Oh, are those not my goals? Did I mess something up? Oh, yeah, I don't have any goals. Oopsies. So let's pop in from a different level. It might have just got messed up because I'm trying to play the game directly. Actually, well,
there should have been target cards. I don't know why they're not there.
Yeah, I'd have to look at that because I think I made that system, so I take responsibility. Let's turn that success screen on. Boom, home, cool. Or maybe you want to go to map. I don't know. But well, you'd have to go home and then you'd have to like tell it to go to the map screen or something. It's all good. But now when I press play, it'll boom. And let's look at that scene controller again. Interesting. This time 9 and 7. All right. Boom. Now it's just 7. Boom. Nice. I don't know what happened that one time. I must have done something weird. And cool. Boom. Works. Cool. Do you want me to zip this up and send it to you, or did that all make sense?
I mean, that all makes sense to me, but if you want to zip it up and send it, I'm not gonna complain.
Zip and send. Cloverleaf. Okay. Let's go to the screen here. Show in folder, show in folder. Who wants to go next? First emoji. Where's show in folder? Oh, there it is. Did I miss an emoji? Do I only have one group left? Is it just monkey?
Probably. Just monkey moments.
Just some big M? Okay. Boom. Some monk. I don't want the library.
No, I'll send a reaction. Delayed reaction. There you go.
Okay.
So true.
Okay, let's go to.
Yeah, I'm also here, but I didn't do a whole lot.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah, we didn't do music game.
Yeah, I just like fiddled around with the beat stuff. I was kind of
Cool.
mentally occupied this week.
Yeah, if you'd like me to take a gander at your work, that's cool.
Not much to gander at.
Yeah.
I think it's better you just go with the monkey.
The
I'm
only
just not
reason I was
sure.
like, yeah, the only reason was like, well, maybe I shouldn't bother for now is because when I looked at group 1, I saw the last changes were my own. So I think I know how the project's going.
I
It's
swear
looking
to
really
God,
good.
I pushed. Huh. Well,
but it's been looking real good. Let's pop back over before I forget. You don't need temp. I don't think you need my C# project. I think yours should generate that on its own. I'll include it, whatever. Yeah. What, did I zip it? Where did I put it? What? 7Z. Oh, did I hit the end email option? Whoops. There it is. Okay. Where is UE transfer? Man, that is a blast from the past. I can't tell you how much I've played this game. Whew. Okay. We transfer. No thanks. Boom and boom. Get a link. This show would be a lot easier with GitHub. Here you go, Devin. Let me. Excuse me, Shaw. Let me. Discord. Where are you? There you are. Huh. There you go. Let me know if that's all good. And now we'll move on to Monk.
Monk.
Legendary. Okay. Monk. Close that. Close that. Please let me close you. What is happening? Okay. Oh, just to show it off, I'll just open up. I'm just going to press play on level selector, level main menu. This is the progress of the guitar one before we continue. Just to show it. It's looking good. So you have like a stylized game screen. Maybe add some art here to make like more fun of a background, repeating texture. That'd be nice. Polish this work up a bit. Make this feel a little nicer, but we've got, you can click on these. Yeah, use the code Toucheway. GitHub. Oh yeah, I'll take that GitHub money. I'll be an advertiser for GitHub. Yeah, you can click on whatever song you want. You can say what level you want, and you can hit play. And then you can play. Nice. And then after the song would finish, I'd expect this to go up. Hit pause. Quit. And be done. Yeah, cool.
That's swag.
Swag. Yeah, right now it's a lot of like art stuff that I think it needs. How are you with art stuff?
Huh? Oh, I don't do the art stuff.
Okay, I was like maybe you could tag in and help out with some of the visuals that they need, like repeating textures in different locations and stuff. Obviously, art's not my thing. I don't know if it's you. My thing is like, if I can get away with like programming something to look like art, I'll do it. Why animate when I can make it do this? Okay, cool. So I open the scene and I see shop monk. What scene should it start scene?
Oh yeah.
Let's just assume. Oh, what's going on? Was someone doing work on the shop screen and didn't turn off the thing in the prefab?
Yeah, but it should be okay.
Oh, when I press play, it'll be good.
Yeah, it should be.
I'd
Because
like.
you're
Oh,
so wise.
Proven wrong.
Well, it's because you were the one that did it, so every scene it would automatically set up correctly.
Oh, nice. Doesn't that make life easier?
Yes.
All right, so we have starting options. Are these lined up? Right,
Sure, they sure aren't. Oops.
Okay, so I feel like they used to be lined up.
Yeah, I was working on like actually doing all the UI stuff. Like the past 2 weeks, like I would go through all the menus, or I would do a few like and try to do the like anchor shit instead of by pixel.
Yeah, like this one, you could probably have like a horizontal layout group for each one of these so that like they're always in line.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Or is this a vertical? No, it's not. Or you could have like for oh yeah, that's a grid layout group. Is this okay? So these are grid elements. Got difficulty and wait, let me look at this. So we have the okay, there's one set. Oh, and there's another set. Okay, yeah, so they should be like, since they're like one is an auto layout grid and the other one isn't, it makes it kind of like weird to manage. But what you could do,
It's definitely
you
the
could have,
button
instead of a
size.
grid, you could have a vertical layout group. And then each vertical layout group element would be a horizontal layout group, which would be difficulty and normal. And then you can make one left aligned and one right aligned.
Okay, yeah, I'll look into that.
Or you could place them by hand. You know, there's so few elements, it's not that big a deal, and it won't like change over time. But I like the horizontal and vertical layout groups just to make life easier. But yeah, okay, cool. So you know that's an issue, and we'll continue.
Yeah.
Monks. Okay.
Wow.
Boom. Oh, make this a repeating texture that stretches across the whole screen.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we'll continue and start. Like this actually. This one looks like it stretches across the whole screen. Okay, they're doing their anims.
Monk.
Some monk anims. I assume this is gonna be like, is this like experience?
Yeah, yeah. We need to do like the player pref stuff and like yeah.
Okay.
And
like what does this represent? Like what is the meter?
It's supposed to be like your popularity ranking in the club.
Okay.
So
cool. This light should be giving off a reddish hue, not a yellow hue.
oh, so true.
Okay, let's get our shot. I can't buy anything.
Yeah, we're still working on that. Oh.
Okay, that doesn't do anything. That's fine. This is fine.
It was acting up.
Oh, did we never do the thing where if I click here while that's up? Oh yeah. We need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm thinking about. Okay. I'm not too worried about it, but cool. Decorate.
Yeah, nothing yet.
Nothing yet. Okay.
Sad face.
Sad monk.
Monk.
Oh wait, I can't swipe, can I?
No, you're
Oh no, wait. Let me get my phone out.
Justin will not be seen defeated by the monk.
Hello. Community. Remote. Start. Oh wait, I think I need to go to File, Edit Project Settings. Boom. And you've been testing on your Android device, I assume?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw that it changed to Android. Bye, Sarah. All right. Start. But do I need to unplug and replug this maybe? I want to see my mug. I really should have just added the thing where you can click and swipe. But I'm a slacker. Preferences. How is it? Project settings. Yeah, it sees it. That one. It's weird, I can't see it on my phone. But I trust that this works as long as it works like before. So down, down, right down.
Yeah.
Damage. I'm looking for a health bar. Where's my health bar?
We don't have that yet because we're.
Where's the health bar? Where's my banana that like turns into a chewed banana?
Yeah. We will be doing that this week because
Okay.
yeah, that's kind of important. Yeah.
Yeah. So we can give you the same logic that we did for Curing Rush because we have those little potions in the bottom right.
Yeah.
And we can just pass that stuff along, or we can program it together. So that you have a meter, and the meter like knows how much health you should have, and then it goes down over time.
Yeah.
Do we still have our monk game over screen?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't remember how much health.
Waits patiently to die.
Story of my life. Okay, cool. You lose. Obviously, these are getting cut off.
Yeah.
Let me see if it looks like that in other things. Oh, interesting. Okay,
Oh.
so recommendation, lazy recommendation. Boom. So if I go to my text, so it looks like this image.
Yeah.
How do I get there? Where is that?
Should be.
Win panel. Okay. So here's my suggestion. I'll change to another one where it's obvious. So if I go to scene and I tap on this guy, so we see that the button is actually this big, but since it's a texture that doesn't stretch,
Oh, I
so
see.
we could fix it a couple ways. But probably the best way is to go to this button and specify. Also, suggestion: these buttons are all the same but different colors. You might just want one grayscale button, and then you color it to whatever you want.
Yeah. Okay.
Doesn't really matter though. I already forget which one was it. This one?
Yeah.
Okay. So it is going to be single, and it is going to be hiya, like that's a corner. Hiya, that's a corner. So like 80 on each side, 20 on the top.
Are we slicing this bad boy?
Heck yeah.
Swag.
And then the bottom is going to be more than 70, I would assume. 80, 90, 120. That looks about right. Maybe from the top, it'll be 80 as well. Apply. Boom. Go to this image. Specify that it's sliced. Give it a lower PP. Nope, higher PP.
That is so swag.
Boom, swag. Okay, so now it's working. And then I can go to my text and give it padding on all sides. Not that much padding. 10, 10, 10, 10. And then I can say best fit, unless it already is. It is. Okay, so we're good. All done.
Swag. Thank you.
And then now
Smiles.
any resolution, at any resolution should always basically work. The catch is at this high of a level, you'd lose some of that the chunkiness of those.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't know how much of that chunkiness you like having. So that seems like a good level of chunk.
Chunk.
So then maybe chunk mug. So then maybe make it 20 on all sides. So it fits better. And yeah, that's how I do it.
Swag. Okay. I'll mess around with all the elements so it's not so wonky when with different resolutions and stuffs.
Slice, slice, home slice, slice. 2. Yeah. Cool. So that is one screen. Let me turn that back off, even though it shouldn't matter, right? But I'll turn it off.
Yeah, it shouldn't.
Boom. But the shop panel, it's on prefab.
Yeah, we're still working on that. I was trying to figure out which panel to put the code on, and I didn't feel like opening our, non-existent letter game, that the letter delivery game, the kind of
I mean the non-game for the non-AGA 304 project that you should never discuss.
Should never even think about it. Yeah.
That doesn't even matter in the world of Monk.
Yeah, I just needed to.
I assume everything I did was good.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll go to scenes, play screen. Let's see if I didn't break anything. If I didn't break anything, I'll push it so that you have the sliced image.
That would be swag.
Save, sure. Play. Cool.
Monk.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, wrong one. Oh, okay, so we have to do something about that too.
Yeah. Okay. I'll mess with all that.
Slices. That's probably just another slices. That's not a super huge deal. What is a super huge deal is having green on green.
Yeah. Okay.
Hard mode for colorblind people.
Woo! Have fun seeing that. Oh my gosh.
You lose. Try not being colorblind.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay. So cool. Monkey should have 2. Okay. And then so the enemy has 3 health. Cool. That all makes sense. After every 10 seconds, he gets there. Cool. And then easy, medium, hard, it would just be however many shapes you have to draw before he reaches you.
Yeah.
Now this should look okay. Boom. Yeah.
Yay.
Back to the club. Okay. I approve. Everything's looking good. There's lots of little spots that could use some polish, but it's really close.
Miles.
I would like to see the flow for the shop and then this if you get there. I think the decoration is probably more important than the shop. I don't know. But even just like concepts for what decoration could look like that we can just quickly turn off and on, like all that type of stuff would be nice. I like how the lights dim. Oh, that pause works. Interesting. Oh,
yeah, I think just something.
The whole game. That's nice. Quit the club. Okay, so yeah, that's my general feedback. Is some of the flow isn't there yet. Some of the buttons don't work. Make sure you have slicing and stuff all set up nicely so that when you have all your buttons always look good. The grid looked a little weird in that one option screen I was at.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Swag. I'll work on that this week. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Those are all my comments. We finished a little early. We still have 20 minutes. Does anybody have questions, concerns, things I can specifically look at to troubleshoot and help with?
I have a question in terms of sound effects. because I implemented the audio mixer into our game.
Yeah.
And I have sound effects in there for like button presses and like if you get a set of matching cards or the cards don't match. But I don't know how to incorporate that into the code to like
Sure, let's
link the
take a look.
sound to that.
Yeah, so let's pop open Unity. Boop. Man, I'm gonna have to send another zip, dang. Or I can just explain it and then leave you to your own devices.
I can do it myself. That's okay.
So do we have audio manager in here? Oh, I see the mixer. Gotcha. And then these are your 3 sounds.
Yeah, I actually put the audio manager on the main, like the menu reel scene, but would I have to do it for each scene for it to like sort of cross-reference, I guess? I don't know.
Well, let's find out. Are you a singleton? I believe you would be a singleton. Boom. Okay, so what you need to do, every scene does need to have the audio manager.
Okay.
So that when you press play, it uses something called singleton so that it is now the audio manager. Anyone who needs to talk to it talks to it. Technically, you can only get to the gameplay scene from this scene in the real world, so the user would never have this issue. But for testing purposes, yes, you do need to go to your matching scene, add it in here, go to your real scene, go to your start screen if you want music and add it in here.
Okay.
And so now in your matching scene, when I press play, it'll be here. Boom. And if I go in from the real screen, I have an audio manager here that doesn't destroy on load. And when I navigate to here, you'll notice that I still only have 1 audio manager, even though there's 2 now. And that's because if, where's that script? Come on. That's because if an audio manager already exists, it destroys itself. Destroy myself, boom. So you can have an audio manager in every scene. It won't hurt anything. It'll just make testing easier. And now you can run your tests. Do you know the flow of like adding a particular sound effect and all that? I see you have no match audio and match audio. Is that correct?
Yeah, they're there. I just don't know how to put them.
Yeah, let's rock. Ooh, yeah, okay. Ooh, it's intense. Okay, cool. So now let's go to our game scene. Boom. And we have the scene controller. And the scene controller, I might have even added comments. Check match. Check match happens here. So if the second revealed equals this card, start query team check match. If check match, I compare the 2 cards. If they match, then add to the score and do some stuff. And here's where you just say audio manager dot instance dot play sound effect. What sound effect do we want to play? We want to play match, and you're done.
Well, shit.
That's why I made the audio manager like that. It's super handy, right? Did you get that audio manager from that one tutorial I did?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, super handy. That's all you do, and you're done.
Cool.
So boom, and then else, if it's wrong, then I play the other one. No match. I'll press play. See?
Hell yeah. Okay, that's so cool.
Admittedly, these sounds might be a bit abrasive.
Yeah, we'll like turn it down or replace them.
But that can be done. Yeah, you can go into the mixer.
It's easy enough to do.
Yeah, I can say for my SFX, turn down the volume. Turn up the volume. That's a little better. Okay. And you're done. Boom.
And if I wanted to add a noise for whenever you like press a button, would that be in like the button component area?
Button like one of these?
Like the pause button.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you'd go to say pause. That's in this canvas, right?
Should be.
So in the canvas, what's the best way of doing that? I don't know. Usually what I would do is button pause would talk to the canvas. Does this have its own script? Sweet, it does. Play panel. Play panel. I would need a method. So let's give ourselves a method. Public void on pause pressed. This way I don't need to like drag stuff around. It's all right in the prefab. So I can boom, play panel on pause pressed, boom, and pause pressed. Could say, and you'd have to do this for every button. Would do some type of audio manager dot instance dot play audio dot button press, and then open the pause menu if you have one, and set time scale to 0 if it's a timed game, though I don't believe it is. And then disable scene controllers flipping function, so that you can't like try to be, you can't have the pause menu open and it's still like trying to flip the cards under it. That type of stuff would be tell scene controller that game should be paused. Stuff like that would need to happen. Okay. Which might even start initialize match game, shuffle array, reset turns. Do we have an update loop? Oh, it just check match would be here. So here you could say, if game is paused, don't do anything. Otherwise, boop, 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 do the rest. Something like that. And then you're done.
Sweet, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. I guess I'll zip this up and send. But yeah, so that's how you do the audio manager stuff. For any button that you want to do something, you would tie it into each game panel has its own script, right? And you either have an audio source like on that specific object that plays a particular audio, and you can like drag it in and tell it to play audio, or you make custom scripts for the play canvas called like on pause press, on reset press, so that, you know, now since I already know that the reset exists, I could go here. This on home button press, I can just add the same thing, boom, and be done. That way I don't need to have a reference to the, I don't need to like be in here. Your other option would be, okay, so I have the audio manager. If you did this, it won't work. So if I like did the plus here and I drag in the audio manager, it wouldn't work, because if you didn't launch from this scene and you came in from a different scene, this audio manager would have destroyed itself. So this reference gets broken.
I see.
So that's why you can't do it this way. And because it's an enumerator, I can't actually tell it to play a specific sound from the button press anyway. You'd have to add stuff. But anyway, okay. Yep, so that's my input. That's my 2 cents. Give yourself custom menu types like this play scene here. Inherits from menu panel. And so whenever you have a button and you want something to happen, you create a panel that can custom do something with that button. I could be lazy. I could go higher level and say public void on menu press on button press, and that every menu, if we just make the assumption that every menu should do something similar when any button is pressed, like boop, 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 then we could put it in the top level menu panel so that then in scene control, in play panel, I could take away this one and this one, and instead any button I make, just remember to hit a plus button again, drag in this and say play panel on button pressed. And then now every panel automatically will have that feature. So even this game success screen, because it's a type of menu panel, I can take this home button, drag this on it, on button press. That might be easier. That way you don't need to like make custom panels for everything.
Yeah, I was gonna have to add that to every button anyways. I was like, well.
Yeah, so this might make
Right.
right. Did that make sense? I don't know.
It did.
So now like every button you can just do the same thing. Okay, so your game success panel, and you already have an on button pressed method. I should probably apply all this, boom. So that now technically, let's go to that pause. Pause button, pause. Okay, so I should hear a pause button press when I press play. Does it automatically close this when I press play? Nice. Yeah. Boom. All right. Let's zip up this project again. Please close, don't break. Okay. Delete that zip. Package everything but that and this. And oh, I think I opened this with a different version of Unity, right? So I don't think I actually want to give you project settings.
That's all right. I can recreate it. You know, you're gonna post this later, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. I can remake it.
Well, as in, just be careful to take your project settings folder and replace mine. So I'm gonna not push my project settings folder.
Okay.
Just so that it doesn't try to change your version and all that stuff. Boom. Okay. We transfer. Send another. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on? Okay. Continue. What? And there you go. Let's go to Discord. Any other questions from anyone? Going once. Going twice.
I guess I got one.
Yeah, sure.
What do you think I should do this week for my project?
I think doing 10 seconds of each song that so sync with Christy and Melissa for songs that you can work on. I'll see you, Emily. And with sync with them what songs they want, and then make 10 seconds of each song.
Okay.
And I can step you through the process of making a new song element for that particular song, and then just let you get to work on moving the notes out.
All right. Yeah, that sounds good.
Do you have any
Thanks.
basics of music theory? Like if I were to say quarter note, whole note, that type of stuff, you know what I'm talking about?
Basic, sort of the basics. If not, I can just look it up.
Okay. Reason being is I noticed that you're able to define a BPM, a beats per minute, for each song.
Yeah.
And when you move one of your notes 1 unit to the left, that will mean that it's 1 beat to the left. So you can do everything by
Okay.
units of 1. If you do by halves and you're doing eighth notes or whatever, if you're doing, and then every 4 beats, as long as it's a 4/4 song, then 4 units to the left would mean that it is a full measure ahead. So you can use that kind of to think about what you're doing. So just make sure things are like units of 1 and you're generally going to be hitting a beat. That's
All
that was
right.
the only note I was going to make. Okay, cool. Yeah, sync with them, figure out what songs they want to do. I have to sync with Christy and see how we want to do the art for that one screen, the song selection screen.
Okay.
And I think Melissa's just doing having a computer that doesn't have a charge cable anymore, dealing with that. So
Yeah.
I'll try to sync with her and see what's up. And yeah,
Yeah.
cool. That's it.
All right.
Thank you, Justin.
Yeah, no problem. Get out of here.
Much appreciated.
All right. Have a nice
Thank you,
weekend.
Justin.
I'll see y'all. Have a good day.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.